not something new, but in view of the new educational trends, and particularly when we are talking of the globalization, then these issues are raised in the society. So first, I think all of you know, but let me just simplify what exactly we mean by inclusive classroom. In simple words, I can say inclusive classroom is one where students and staff alike recognize, appreciate, promote the diversity and try to enrich the overall learning experience. It has an openness and freedom which encourages all learners, irrespective of the gender, ethnicity, religious affiliation, socio-economic status, and personal beliefs, to develop skills to understand and face the challenges of life. Now, when we talk of diversities, mainly we may categorize them into two, you can say, kinds. One, we may say their mental abilities, capabilities, and including those who have special needs. And the other, I think we can say, of their background. Now, for a teacher, it's a big challenge. Now, the challenging task for the teacher, how to make a balance in a class which have not only diversified needs, capabilities, aptitude, and interests, but also various beliefs and socio-economic backgrounds. The challenge is, despite these odds, the teacher has to create a productive and inclusive learning environment. And this is a challenge for both the schools and the educators. Now, one thing I think which we all should know, this is a universal problem. It's not only pertaining to India. The nature and the degree may differ, but problem is identical. As we see today, I think in all the countries, people move from one country to another, and there are migrants from different ethnicities and customs and beliefs. What can a teacher do to cope with this challenge, diversity? Now, all classrooms are diverse in terms of the abilities of children and the ways they learn. We need to consider how a child learns best and how we as teachers can build positive relationships with each child so that the children can actively learn from us, and more importantly, how they learn in a group together. If the teacher does not take into consideration these disparities, sometimes we find, I think we feel frustrated. Now, the bigger question is it possible? In fact, we have no option but to make it possible. Now, the question, there are 30 to 40 children in a class. So, is it possible for the teacher in the same class, when he has got, say, 30 to 40 minutes, can he cater to the different needs of these 30, 40 students? I think it is virtually not possible. Can the teachers prepare different 30, 40 lesson plans? I think no. Then, how the teacher can handle this issue? Now, I think the teacher can create an atmosphere of inclusive learning. She can or he can create atmosphere of trust and faith where all diversities are accommodated, where exchange and interaction takes place with no fear or favor, where classes are full of fun and excitement, in fact, joyful places, where diversity is not a hindrance, but a beauty, as we see outside in nature, where despite varieties of flora and fauna, there is a wonderful principle of coexistence and cohabitation. Now, primary objective and effort of a teacher is to foster confidence in their abilities and lifting up their self-esteem. The teacher as a facilitator welcomes, nurtures and educates all children regardless of their gender, physical, intellectual, social, emotional, linguistic or other characteristics. All of us have, I think, this self-esteem, sometimes we say ego, and so do the students. It is the duty of a teacher to respect the dignity of a child. Any kind of remark, particularly related to the ethnicity of a child, faith of a child, can hurt the child severely. The teacher can show by example of fairness in the class. The children carry all these values with them when they grow up as contributing citizens in the society if they are nurtured in such an atmosphere. Now, the way a teacher organizes activities in the class plays an important role in shaping a child's personality. The more the activities of a group participation, the more inclusiveness we shall promote. It will promote cooperation among all members of the group. Inclusiveness in the class, I think sometimes we must, as the member of the community, I think we should also think of the concept of inclusiveness in the community schools. I think this concept can also be discussed, because today we find, I think, all the schools, whether it is possible or not, I think we should also think of bringing this inclusiveness in the schools.